Hello YouTube, welcome back to another Duel Links video, and today we got a special treat for you guys. I'm going to be talking about the new upcoming main box, Absolute Inferno. Now, what I've seen so far, it seems like a pretty interesting box. Let's take a look. So, without further ado, let's get into these crispy, flaming hot cards. The first card we see is Red Dragon Archfiend. And I know this isn't the best synchro we can get, but he's still a pretty relatively good synchro for Duel Links standard, at least, because he has the potential to board wipe with certain cards like Econ. Well, not Econ. What's a good card to think about? Windstorm. Windstorm helps. Also, Curse of Anubis is another good card that you can chain with him. So he's just a very interesting card. So, yeah, basically what he does is when this card attacks a monster in defense position, it will destroy all of your opponent's monsters in defense position. Now, what's good about this is, as I've previously mentioned, he can be chained with. So, let's say you have a Windstorm face down, and you attack into one of your opponent's monsters. He just happens to be like, I don't know, Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon. He's a popular card for some reason right now, even though he's garbage. But yeah. You chain Windstorm, they all go down to defense position, boom, Red Dragon Archfiend just blows up the whole field. Or you can do Curse of Anubis, and damn, boom, the same exact thing. Econ doesn't work so good in this instance just because it doesn't work that well with targeting due to Fortress, but it's not a big deal because you can always just get over them with new cards. Now, onto these cards, Lovable Dragon, however the hell you say that name. Return one card on your opponent's hand to your opponent's... Wait. Tongue Twister. Single monster that lets you return one card on your opponent's side of the field to your opponent's hand by returning 2 lava monsters from your graveyard to your deck. This effect can be used multiple times per turn. So if you have enough levels in your graveyard, you'll be able to clear your opponent's entire field. Another board wipe that's not so good because it's more of a targeting board wipe, but still relatively decent, not too bad. But with Lavels, this is actually pretty easy to do, as Lavels fill up the grave relatively easily. So I could see this happening. I could see Lovable Dragon being a pretty decent monster, and he's a level 5 synchro? Yeah, he's level 5 synchro. He looks generic, so hey, he could be splashable. You never know. Cerulean Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys. Now here's where it gets kind of interesting. This ritual monster lets you destroy any number of Nephthys cards on the field and in your hand. Then you can destroy the same number of monsters your opponent controls. In addition, even if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon it from the graveyard at your next turn. At the beginning of your next turn. That's pretty damn amazing. And with a stat line of 3,000 and 1,000, that's pretty damn good. Nephthys might be seeing some pretty cool plays. I'm going to try out some cool Alexis plays with this. Seems interesting. Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Horse Prince. Honestly, I never cared for Fire Fist because they're the most ridiculously confusing archetype ever. They rely on these continuous spells and traps, which is very clunky and slow, but let's read it. When this monster is single summoned, you can special summon a level 3 fire monster from your deck. Special summon Brother of Fire. Okay. So yeah, you can special summon a level 3 fire monster. That's it. Special summon, yeah, it's pretty much it. Then he gets a search from a Fire Fist. It's not too bad. He gets a search and a special summon. That's pretty decent. He seems to be a level 6. He is not that generic. He requires a fire tuner, so, you know, if you can fit some fire tuners in the deck, maybe you can make this work with like some Lovable, I don't know, Brotherhood Fire Fist combination deck, I don't know. Try some interesting stuff. So yeah, Vice Dragon, he kind of sucks. He doesn't really look that interesting. Living Fossil. Now here is a card that's very controversial. For Duel Links at least at this point, because many of our monsters, the good ones at least, are the cards that are level 1 through 4. Now, Living Fossil is a card that revives level 1 through 4 monsters. Same thing as Powerful Rebirth, except with a drawback. if this card leaves the field, that monster gets banished. And also, before that little line of text, you also have another drawback, which halves that monster's attack. Now, this isn't exactly useful for offensive plays, yet this is very useful in synchro-based decks, like getting out your Lava Volt Dragon. Let's say you have some Lava Volts in the grave. Then you, I don't know, let's say you have Living Fossil in hand and a couple of Lavals. You use Living Fossil, then you special summon like a level 3 Laval and a level 2 Tuner Fire monster. Or does he? No, he doesn't need any. He's pretty generic. So yeah, you can pretty much do a lot of synchro plays with Living Fossil. You can even make a Brotherhood of the Fire Fist. You can make RDA. You can make a whole bunch of synchros with Living Fossil. I think Living Fossil is an amazing addition to Duel Links, and I want to hear what you guys think about Living Fossil down in the comment section below, because I'm very interested to hear about what you guys have to say about Living Fossil. Now, here's another controversial card. Now, on one hand, Dark Bribe is a good, but, you know, it negates and all. That's amazing. However, the drawback of giving your opponent an extra card pretty much nullifies all usefulness of Dark Bribe. The only scenario where I can picture Dark Bribe being good is when you're playing like a stun deck or like a stall deck and you're trying to stall out your opponent with this card, I guess. I don't really see much use in this besides like stall decks and mill decks. I mean, yeah, it's a free negate, yet it gives your opponent a card, so I don't really find that useful. I've never really found Dark Bribe to be extremely useful. I mean, it does have fringe uses here and there, but it's nothing really to brag about. It's not really that good of a card, so yeah, Dark Bribe, I'm not too keen on it. Then we have this dude, which I can't even read his name because the text is so small. Brotherhood of the Fire Fist. Did I say bear or beer? I think that says bear, and I'm not even going to attempt to read that card text because that is so little. And there's the combo I was just mentioning with Red Dragon Archfiend. This also works with Curse of Anubis, but you know, Windstorm is just a little easier to get because Mai is just a lot easier to unlock. So Windstorm is going to be more commonly played. That being said, Odeon isn't too terribly hard to unlock either, so both of those traps are pretty easy to unlock. And here's another interesting combo. I actually don't even know what the hell Lavals do, so I'm going to actually read this. Use Molten Conduction Field, which is the spell. Send 2 Laval monsters from your deck to the graveyard. That's amazing. That's a foolish burial right there. Damn. Then banish all of your Laval monsters to activate Dust Flame and destroy cards on the field. Let's see. Banish all Laval monsters from your graveyard. Destroy any number of cards on the field up to the number of monsters banished for this card's activation. That's pretty damn good to me. Lavals usually fill up the grave pretty well, and you have multiple conduction fields and dust flames. That could be devastating. Okay. Then normal summon 1 Laval cannon to special summon one of your banished monsters you just banished. One of the Laval monsters you just banished. If the Laval monster you control is a level 1 synchro, you can synchro Lava Volt Dragon or Lava Duel Slasher. If the monster is level 2, Dragon. Alright, that's pretty interesting. And then it's just kind of showing some of the other cards, which some of these cards I have no idea what the hell they do. But I do like how they're adding more Nephthys support. Because me, personally, I like Nephthys. They're pretty interesting little archetype. Not too big on them, but like they're still kind of fun to play, and I like little Nephthys support. They seem pretty decent. Ooh, is Red Mirror, is that what I think it is? I think this is the card for, what's it called? What's it called? What's the name of it? It's Resonators. I think this is Resonator support, and the same thing with Gardner. Then we got some more Synchros, Lava Volt Dragon, Lava Volt Duel Slasher, Bad Aim, Skill Prisoner. Okay, this seems like, oh, Flame Veil Guard. Ooh, spicy. We're getting some nice cards. Lava Volt Lakeside. Okay, so these cards aren't too bad. We're getting some pretty decent cards in this. Most of these cards are pretty bad. These cards are really good. Disciple and Defender of Nephthys. They're your searchers for Nephthys, so you better get at least 2 or 3 of both of them. Force Resonator, Magic Hole Golem, Genomics Fighter, Firefighter Yoko, Last Hope of Nephthys. I think that's I don't remember what this card. I don't care. Target 1 as a Nephthys card you control, and 1 card your opponent controls. Destroy them. Then you can activate. Oh, you can only activate 1 Last Hope of Nephthys per turn. So it's pretty much like a Treacherous Trap Hole in spell form. Kind of. It's like a 1-for-1 deal, though. So, but in Nephthys, that's actually really good. So, then we got the Dust Flame card that we were just seeing in the combo. Okay, what other interesting cards? We got a Vermilion Sparrow, Soaring Eagle. Alright, so we're not really getting any amazing cards. Umbral Horror. Willow. Okay, so these cards are... Oh, there's a couple of Malicious and Umbral cards. No idea what the hell they do. I never even heard of them. Powered Tuner, Trap Eater. Okay, these cards look interesting. I'm very interested to see how well these cards do in this meta currently. I'm definitely going to try out Nephthys sometime in the near future. I don't know when that's going to happen. But good thing I have Yusei, because I can easily make a ritual deck with level augmentation. I think it was called level augmentation. Level augmentation rituals. So boom, yeah. You summon one of those Nephthys cards, and you do level aug, and then you get a big boy. Like Cerulean, which is your main boss monster of the deck. So I'm really interested to see how these cards do. I'm really looking forward to the Nephthys cards and Archfiend, Red Dragon Archfiend. Just an awesome boss monster in my opinion. I've always liked Red Dragon Archfiend. He's a cool synchro. He's not the best synchro ever, but you know, he's pretty fun. Then we got Living Fossil, another amazing card for Duel Links at least. It's not the best in the TCG, obviously, but you know, it still has some fringe uses. Living Fossil, I feel like will only get better with time. In a way, it's kind of like our Monster Reborn. The only problem is Canadia and Floodgate are running around right now, so it's kind of weak to that. But if you go first, you can open up some pretty nice boards. Living Fossil is definitely an amazing going first card, but going second is kind of risky because you have Canadia and you have some cards to stop your Living Fossil. And then it won't be a Living Fossil anymore, it'll be a Dying Fossil. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all these new cards. I'm going to get out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.